What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the metaverse. I want to explain the metaverse to you guys, but before we get into that fictional digital world of the metaverse, I want to let everybody know that although I will be talking about crypto and I will be talking about a lot of digital coins and digital money, that my digital portfolio is built on top of a real portfolio of silver coins. And so my digital portfolio revolves around a real life portfolio of coins, and I value these more than I value dollars or money. Okay, these are 2 1-ounce silver eagles, guys. And so with that said, let's go into the metaverse. Okay, let's talk about the metaverse, guys. And I just want to get into this whole metaverse thing because I know you guys have been hearing the metaverse, all this stuff about the metaverse, right? And what is the metaverse? What is the metaverse? What does it mean to go into the metaverse? All right. The truth is, guys, you guys are already in the metaverse. So what is the metaverse? All right. Uber Eats, that's part of the metaverse, guys. All your social media accounts, your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok, or whatever the case may be. All that stuff is part of the metaverse, guys. Virtually everything you're doing on the internet is part of the metaverse. And so what I don't want to have happen is for these people to rebrand the internet and give it back to you guys as the metaverse or like it's something special or something coming. Guys, quite simply, when they put all you guys on Zoom calls or to say it better, when everybody started doing Zoom video conferencing, that's basically when they enter everybody into the metaverse, right? That's when everybody went digital, and your digital footprint, your social media profile, all that stuff is going to be very important going into the future because there's going to be so many things involved in the metaverse. And so I just named a bunch of stuff that's kind of out there on the internet already as far as that stuff being part of the metaverse. But I want to explain the video game part of the metaverse, because what you're hearing with a lot of this cryptocurrency stuff in reference to the metaverse, it's like the metaverse is going to come from crypto, and it is, because crypto is going to allow for the metaverse to be monetized, okay? But the metaverse itself is basically just the internet, guys. And so don't fall for this rebranding of what they calling this thing. The metaverse is just basically the internet. And so one of the reasons that I base my channel in gaming, and I'm going to have a lot more stuff on gaming and the impact of gaming going forward, because right now, the way that they're branding the universe, the metaverse, is that it's going to come at you through these games and all these games that they're creating, right? And so as a gamer, what kind of happens with this conversation is most people, I'm not going to say most people, but there's still a lot of people who are not gamers, right? And so this concept of the metaverse is kind of crazy to you, you know. And where I'm going with this is that in the video game world, we already have these worlds as I talked about in earlier videos, we already have all these different worlds that exist with economies, and they're virtual currencies and they're worthless right now. And that's where crypto is going to come in, and crypto is going to put a value on all of this internet stuff, right? And so with that said, I just kind of want to talk about let's just take Grand Theft Auto. We could take Fortnite. We could take a bunch of games that already have this existing world with a million player fan base and a virtual economy, right? But let's take Grand Theft Auto. I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 5, but the last Grand Theft Auto 4, I did play Grand Theft Auto 4, and I think in Grand Theft Auto 5, I heard that you can have insurance. You can get your apartment, you can get your cars, and you can get insurance on your stuff, which is crazy, right? But all this stuff is worthless, right? But you have this huge world within Grand Theft Auto, all this stuff that goes on in this city. And so I remember on Grand Theft Auto 4, you could jump in your car, you could leave your little apartment or whatever, and you could jump in your car, and if you wanted to ride across town to the comedy club, you could go to the comedy club and see Cat Williams perform in the comedy club. You can go in the comedy club, sit down in the comedy club and just watch Cat Williams. And it was a little video, Cat Williams, and he'd be telling, they had his jokes pre-recorded or whatever. But it was really cool to be able to do that. And this technology has existed for a long time. So when they talk about the metaverse and Facebook Meta and this entire rebranding of the internet into the metaverse, the truth is, guys, that the metaverse already exists. You're already in the metaverse. You're already doing things in the metaverse. The only thing that's going to happen in the future is as we get regulations on these cryptos and these different cryptocurrencies, the metaverse is going to be monetized. They're going to be able to monetize and put value on different things in the metaverse. And that's going to be the big change coming to the internet as these cryptocurrencies get more and more regulations. So with that said, this conversation, we could go on and on and on with this, but I got a little video coming for you on a metaverse game called Upland. And in the game Upland, I'm just going to take you on a tour around the game so that you can see what the future of the metaverse is going to look like. Because I think Upland is a game. It's another play to earn game where you can come on and earn free crypto for playing the game and make money off of it. We'll get to that later. I'll show you that in the game, but just wanted to introduce you guys to the real metaverse and explain what the real metaverse is. And so with that said, let's get into the video, guys. Upland coming up shortly. All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're here on Upland today, and I'm letting you see me do what I do here from the start. We just got off the plane, so you saw my plane take off from Brazil. I was down in Brazil shopping for some properties. And we're gonna deplane here, and then I'm gonna start showing you guys some stuff. So we're getting off the plane. As you see, this little thing right here is my upland. I forget what this thing is called, but this is my upland character that floats around the map. So I'm gonna start explaining this to you guys in just a second. I think I'm off the plane. So let me see if I can find my properties. Okay, I'll get into that in a minute. All right, guys. So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And we are here on Upland. And so I told you guys I would show you guys a metaverse game. And I think this is going to be a nice little metaverse game in the future. And so basically what this is you see me, I can move the map around here. I'm in Chicago right now. So I just caught the flight back from Brazil to Chicago, and you see my little character right here. See, you just saw some numbers pop up, but we'll get into that in a minute. So what Upland basically is it's a real estate game. It's basically a real estate game, and it is the new school Monopoly. And they have, I'm just throwing a number out there, but I think they got about 15 cities right now that you can play at, you can go to and play. And so what I'm going to do, what I want to show you on this game is the future of the metaverse. So again, this is basically a real estate game. I'm going to click down here. So you guys see I have properties, collections, messages, treasures, leaders, blah, 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 blah. All kind. This stuff right here is the NFL legits. I'll show you guys that in a minute. They got racing. You can see right here that just started. They just started that because they just put cars on the game. They got soccer right here. So it's a bunch of stuff on this game that you can do. They got the settings over here. But we're going to click this off. And then you'll see here down in the bottom left corner, if I click on the chess piece, it'll go to my character, my little Upland character, right? So I'm going to zoom back out. And let me show you a little bit of stuff around Upland. Let me zoom back in. So you see the planes here, that's the airport. You see these other characters here on the map. Those are other characters. If I had, I'm trying to show you one of the rich guys. They probably not in Chicago. They probably in Brazil, some of these other cities that they just put on the game. Click on this guy. So he's a chief executive. This guy is worth 140 million UPX. So this is one of the big guys. Let me see if I can pull the map down toward him and zoom in. And if you get close in on some of these guys, you can see their worth as real estate moguls here. You see the coins stacked up around their name. And you can see their titles and descriptions. So this little game has a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to zoom back out here. And if I can grab the screen and move it. Right here, I'm going to show you, if you see this little 6 down here in the corner, if I'm not mistaken, that's one of my properties. All right. Click on it again. Click on it again. Let's just scroll on in here. All right, so you see the properties in blue here. These are my properties. And so if I click on one, it tells me that I own the property. It tells me the purchase price, the property size. And then if we go look here, I can sell it. If I hit send here, I can confirm it. I don't think this charges me UPX. So now you'll see my little character move down to my property. So you can always, I think you can send to your properties for free. So it breaks it down. So for you guys that know Chicago, this is Chicago. These are the streets, right? I can zoom in and out. You can see more streets. And we can just come out here and keep scrolling out. You can see more streets, but we're going to scroll back in here and we're going to go click on one of my properties, right? So I remember buying this street. I was trying to buy up the whole street, but you see the purchase price here. But if we click more, you can see the street, and then you can see the street view of this property. So this is my property in Chicago. You can zoom in on the property. You can zoom out. You can rotate, look at the rest of the neighborhood. So it's a pretty cool little game. And I think it's based on real life addresses. And so like famous people's houses, if you savvy, you can go, when they open up new cities, you can go scoop up those people's houses for a certain amount of UPX. And those locations actually become popular on the game and sell for higher amounts of UPX. All right. So let's click this off. Let's click this off. And as you see, I own 1, 2, 3 properties, 4 properties on this street. If I zoom out. So there was another street. It might be here. Let me click on these properties. It was another area of town where I owned a bunch of property, and I can't. Let me see if it's here. No, not you. Let's zoom in. Right here. No, that was a one by his name. So anyway, guys, those are the properties, and they have different cities. They have New York open. They have LA open. They got Nashville open. They got New Orleans open, and so I can move this map around, and it only goes so far. And you can even, if I scroll in here to the airport, you can click on the airport and you can go to the terminal. You can even buy these terminals. Now this is an unminted property, or that's an owned property. And so everybody who comes through here to catch a flight, they have to pay this guy UPX if they use his terminal. So these terminals are very valuable in the game. But these are airport terminals. I think this is, yeah. So this is one. And here you can see the price of this. That's the USD price. Well, I guess that's the USD price. So if you want this terminal is going to cost you $8,000, almost $9,000. And the reason that that's important is because these things are valuable in the game, because everybody who uses these terminals, they had to fly to different cities. To get to different cities, you can take train, takes longer. If you want to get to the city faster, quicker, and sometimes the only means of getting there is by flight. So you have to take a flight to get there. So let's click off of that. Let's zoom back out. Let's see if I can show you some more of the features here. Let me see, profile, challenges, store. I told you I would show you the guys, the NFL legit. So they just put the stadiums on here a while ago. So you could go and, so they got these shops. You can go. So people have put these shops on the game. And let me see how this one works. You can shop now. So this is the NFL Players Association. This is not the actual NFL. So all the stuff on this game, they don't have logos and stuff, but they do have the players' numbers and the colors of the jerseys. So the guys from the NFL Players Association, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the unionized players Association. But these guys have been able to market their stuff on this game, and so these guys are selling hats and jerseys on the game, but they can't use the official team name and stuff on here. And so you can buy mementos. I think if let's get back out of here. Let's scroll back out. Click back here. Go back to NFL Legits. You go to collections. You can go to Atlanta. And I've actually have not done any of this stuff. This is all brand new to me, guys. So my first time looking at this stuff. I don't even know what this is. I don't play Upland all the time. I just kind of check in sometimes. I'm going to start playing it a lot more here now that I have the YouTube channel. But let's click on it one more time. You can look at leaders. You can get messages from people. I can go here and look at collections. I can look at all my properties. Well, this is different. This is so I got 2 of these stars for Chicagoan because of my collections in Chicago. And I got the Newbie Award. But I actually thought this was something else. Let me go back here. Properties. There we go. So if we go here, this is show. So I got a property in Rio de Janeiro. I got one property in LA. I got a property in Nashville. I bought one in Ohio. And so all of these properties earn me UPX, right? And if you keep going down, you'll see I got a bunch of properties in Chicago here. And so these are all my properties in Chicago. And I think it's one more city if I can get here to the bottom. No, that's it. Chicago, Cleveland, Nashville, and I got a property in LA and a property in Rio de Janeiro. And I think they just opened up a city in Spain, Porto. And I'm going to jet over there in the next couple nights and see if I can scoop up a property over in Porto. So if you see right here where my hand is floating around, this is the UPX that I'm earning off of my property. So I like I say, I rarely play Upland. I haven't been. My goal was to stack up properties and not really worry about selling them right now. But I think I may start selling a few just to see how that goes. But in the meantime, while I'm not even playing the game, as you can see right here, this is my UPX that my properties have earned me while I haven't been playing the game. So all your properties earn you UPX, and you get paid UPX daily. So let me click on. So if I hit that, I can claim, and so it's showing me I can collect all my earnings. I'm not going to connect now, but it'll just go from here over to here to my total balance. Look here, properties nearby. And so your Explorer, I think that's what it's called. Your Explorer will just kind of float around. And when you land in different cities, your Explorer will actually just kind of move around town. And it'll move around town and it'll search out good properties for you sometimes. So sometimes you can be away from the game. When you come back to the game, you go check and see where your Explorer is, and your Explorer will be floating over some good properties for you to buy. All right, and so let's click this off. And I was trying to show you guys one more thing that was really cool. Not the leaders. Hold on, guys, let me get rid of that noise in the background. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry, I got a phone call there. But it's not assets, it's not legits. I haven't been into football legits. I'm sure this got something to do with soccer. And I can't remember what it was. Let's go look here. under the racing alpha. And so as you can see here, you can do the marina run and you can enter these races, but you got to have a car. So the cars, I think, have come out as NFTs. And again, I wasn't paying the game. Or when this stuff comes out for Upland, it's pretty hot. People jump on it pretty quick. So you have to be at those sales pretty early. You know, like for you guys who are doing auctions and all that stuff in real estate, you know, you got to be there. You got to be there. And you got to be there early, or they'll scoop the stuff up. So when stuff comes out here, when they release new terminals, they'll sell terminals. They'll sell train terminals. They'll sell airport terminals in new cities and stuff. When that stuff drops, it's pretty hot, you know, and it goes pretty fast because it earns a lot of UPX. All right. And so what I was trying to show you guys, let's get out of here, is I was trying to show you guys, that's not it. And that's not it. That took me back to I go on my profile. That's not it. This shows me some of the stuff, some of my achievements, basically. But that's not what I wanted. What I really wanted to show you guys, let me see if I can close this down and click this out. All right, here we go, guys, and tutorials. And so I know all you guys want to see this stuff here. But you see, what is Upland, buying property, selling property, completing collections, earning USD. That's the one I'm going to show you guys. And then you have the football legits guidebook, and then you got about us and community. And so my group, we do have a Discord, as you can see down here in the corner. And I'm going to link that Discord. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to link my Discord to my YouTube channel. But we do have a Discord page. We're just starting out with our Discord. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do on Discord, and we're just getting started out, guys. But we do have a link for any of you guys that want to join. But the last thing I'm going to show you is, let's click here. Come on, let's go in here. And hopefully this will pop up. We got it right here, earning USD. So let me just read this to you guys. To date, players have earned over 1.8 million US dollars by trading properties in Upland. This is all facilitated by our NFT to USD program, courtesy of our partners at TiliaPay. The program enables players to list any property directly for US dollars, meaning when another player purchases your property, you'll have US dollars deposited into your account instead of UPX. While NFT to USD only currently supports property sales, it will be expanding to support all types of NFTs in the Upland metaverse, including legits, which are the NFL things and the soccer things I showed you. Block explorers, you can do things to your block explorers and change how your block explorers look, and more. All right, and then applying for NFT to USD. All players who level up to Uplander, I think it costs $5 or $20 to become an Uplander. I think you can earn your way there too by playing the game for free, but it may be a grind. I'm not sure. All players who level up to Uplander will automatically be added to the NFT to USD program. Players can learn more about how it works, as well as terms and restrictions here. I'm not going to click on that. And from here, I'm not going to read the rest of this, guys. I'm just going to kind of scroll through it slowly and talk. But I'm not going to bore you by reading it. But you can see here the rules. And it's kind of hard for me to talk to you guys while I'm reading stuff. Like, I can't think while I'm reading. But it's just telling you all the things you can do with your UPX and the terms. And so as you can see here, all participants in the NFT to USD beta
This is a keyword you're gonna have to learn, dealing with games, crypto, or anything coming out in the beta program. That means this is a beginning, this is an early stage program, must agree to the following terms and conditions. And then you see here, it scrolls down and you guys can read this. And I think you got to be approved to get into the beta program. So for right now, and it says, tells you the restricted countries down here. And then it goes on, and your newsletter down here at the bottom. So I just wanted to show you guys that I think this is still a beta program, but the program exists for people to start turning the dollars that they make on this game into real dollars. Okay. And the more the value of these properties go up, the more people play this game. And so the last piece of advice, not advice, but the last piece of this is not, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. But the last thing I'm going to tell you is that if I'm not mistaken, this game is sponsored or is one of the main venture capitalist groups behind it is Animoca Brands. If I'm not mistaken, I may be mistaken about that, but Animoca Brands is sponsoring a lot of this NFT and metaverse stuff. And you can do your research on Animoca Brands, but I just wanted to throw that name out there to you, because if you saw my earlier video on the token Rev and the game Rev Racing, Animoca Brands definitely sponsors Rev and Rev Racing. So that's it for the video, guys. I just wanted to show you guys the metaverse. And so this is metaverse gaming, and there's so many other things. Let me see if I can see it here real quick. If I don't see it, I didn't even explain Spark to you. And Spark is like when you earn Spark, Spark allows you to renovate and update your property. So if you got a little hut that you bought somewhere and you renovate it into a 3-bedroom townhouse, then you can earn more UPX and more rent monthly and charge more for that property when you get ready to sell it. Spark on the black market I heard is selling for astronomical amounts, and because you really technically not supposed to be able to sell your Spark. So I think guys are getting Spark and selling it on the black market, and it's going for astronomical amounts of money. So I did want to show you that, and that's it. I'm not going to get into any of this other stuff, guys. You see all the stuff here that you can do. But just in talking about the metaverse, there's one more thing. And the last thing is that I'm not going to try to find it, but people are, I think a few months back playing the game, you can put your business on here. I don't remember how it works, but people are opening up shops on the game in their different locations. I don't know how you do it. I haven't played the game enough to know how you do it. I got to really look into that. But this is just an example of the metaverse, and the game that I actually showed you, that's nothing compared to what you're going to see when this game reaches a Grand Theft Auto level, where there's an actual city that you can move around, when you can move around town in VR and catch cabs and taxis and trains, and you can do all this in VR. This game is nowhere near where it's going to be in the future. And that's just my opinion. I haven't done enough research for that information to be, meaningful. But that's just my knowledge in gaming and listening to what they've said about the game and the future of this game. So the future of this game is unbelievable as far as what it can be in the metaverse. And this will be one metaverse world in a future of many metaverse worlds that will all collide in the overall metaverse. And so right here you have real estate that's being done better than real estate, right? You can do real estate right here. This is a better form of real estate than the current form of real estate, where you sit down with three Bible stacks of papers that you got to sign to buy or sell a house. So anyway, I can go on about this forever. Guys, I want to introduce you to the metaverse and the metaverse. I'll see you guys in the future.